In 1976, Congress buried 14 words inside the federal tax code, and for nearly 50 years, the people who wrote them never explained why. Those 14 words let Americans collect thousands of dollars in completely tax-free income. No reporting, no record, no return. The IRS has known since day one. By the end of this, you'll understand who was meant to find it first. Augusta, Georgia, April. Every year for 1 week, the town fills up for the Masters, one of the most exclusive golf tournaments on the planet. Hotel rooms run $800 a night. Every room for 50 miles out is booked. And the homeowners around Augusta National Golf Club, they don't rent to hotels, they rent their own houses, directly, privately, for $10,000, $15,000, sometimes $20,000 a week. And not one of them reports that money. This is not a crime. This is not a glitch. This is a provision written into federal law, Section 280A, subsection G, that Congress passed quietly in 1976 and has never promoted since. Here is what that provision says. If you rent your primary or secondary home for 14 days or fewer in a single calendar year, you do not have to report that rental income to the IRS. Not a penny of it. It is legally, permanently, completely excluded from your gross income. The rule has no income cap. There is no phase-out. It doesn't matter if you make $30,000 a year or $3 million. The money arrives, you keep it, you declare nothing. Nobody at the IRS sends a letter. Nobody at your bank flags it. No 1099 is generated. No box gets checked. For the homeowners in Augusta, this was an accident of geography, a lucky overlap between a famous golf tournament and an obscure tax provision. They stumbled into it. But somewhere between 1976 and today, certain people stopped stumbling and started engineering it. Now watch what happens next. The official story is simple. Congress created the rule to protect ordinary homeowners. Small-town families who might rent out a spare room during a local fair or a college graduation weekend. Nothing large, nothing strategic, just a minor convenience for average people in exceptional weeks. That's the explanation that floats around in IRS publications and tax prep manuals. But the provision doesn't say that. It doesn't restrict the rule to ordinary homeowners. It doesn't cap the rental rate. It doesn't require the renter to be an individual. A corporation can rent your home, your own corporation. The IRS code says nothing to prevent a business owner from renting their personal residence to their own company. And the moment you understand that, the original story about protecting small-town families starts to collapse. Here is the number nobody says out loud. A business that rents a location for a meeting, a retreat, an off-site strategy session, that business can deduct the rental fee as a legitimate business expense. The IRS allows it. Standard deduction, ordinary and necessary, nothing unusual. So follow what this creates. You own a business. You also own a home. You rent your home to your business for a team meeting. Your business pays you $2,000. Your business deducts $2,000 as an expense, reducing its taxable income by $2,000. And you? You receive $2,000 in rental income, tax-free, because the rental lasted fewer than 15 days. The business saves money on taxes. The owner receives tax-free income. No money leaves the system, it just moves, and somewhere in the moving, the IRS's cut disappears entirely. Tax attorneys started calling it the Augusta Rule, not because Congress named it that, because the Augusta homeowners were the first people most accountants had ever heard using it. That name spread in private, in seminars with $5,000 entry fees, in firm newsletters behind login walls, in conversations between lawyers and the clients who could afford them. Meanwhile, the IRS website has over 1,100 pages of guidance on standard deductions. The Augusta Rule gets a single paragraph buried in publication 527 under the subheading, Rental of Property Also Used as a Home. One paragraph, since 1976. Think about that for a moment. 50 years. One paragraph. No public announcement. No tax prep software that flags it as an opportunity for ordinary filers. No public service campaign from the IRS explaining this benefit to the 33 million small business owners in this country. The people who found it through lawyers, through accountants charging $400 an hour, through closed-room sessions in hotel conference centers. And then a video surfaces online, a thread on a finance forum. Someone's brother-in-law mentions it at Thanksgiving. And suddenly millions of people are asking, why didn't anyone tell me this existed? Because information about legal tax reduction is not neutral. It has always traveled faster to the people who can afford the rooms where it gets discussed. The Augusta Rule was never secret in a legal sense. The law is public. The paragraph is findable. It was only secret in the sense that counts. So here is what nobody has answered. If Congress genuinely wrote this to help ordinary homeowners in 1976, why has the IRS never once promoted it? Why does the paragraph stay buried? Why did this rule spend 50 years traveling through private channels, passed between accountants like something that wasn't meant to spread? And how many other provisions are sitting in that same publication, waiting for someone to finally look?